What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of 8th Arrow Whispering. And on today's episode, we are going to be doing some NFL predictions. Now, this is my second time recording this video. Apparently, my microphone decided not to pick up the sound the first go round. So that is rather frustrating. I just sat down to edit it and put my headphones on and noticed that the sound was awful. So here we are for round 2 of these NFL predictions. So yeah, let's jump into it. I already missed Thursday night's game. Honestly, probably would have picked the Chargers, but we're not going to count that one, so we'll start here with Miami versus Atlanta. Now, Michael Penix Jr. will not be starting in this game. He is dealing with, I think, a bone bruise or something in his knee. So Kirk Cousins is getting the start. But regardless, either way, I am picking Atlanta. Miami's just in shambles this year. Just not a great season for them. And I'm surprised, honestly, that Mike McDaniel has not been fired yet. And I honestly thought he was going to get fired after they lost to the Panthers. But he's still there. I'd be very surprised if he's there next year. Even if he makes it to the end of this season, I don't think he's the answer going forward, which is unfortunate because I like Mike McDaniels. And if he gets fired, I'd love for him to come be the OC in Carolina. I don't think that'll happen. I could easily see him going back to San Fran and reuniting there with Kyle Shanahan. And, they got Robert Saleh there, and he's doing well. So bring back old Mike McDaniels and run it back with the old squad. But yeah, I'll take Atlanta in that one. I hope Miami wins. I would love for Miami to get the win, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Moving on, Baltimore versus Chicago. Baltimore's another team that's just been in shambles this season. Now theirs, I think, is due more so to Lamar Jackson being injured. But even before he got hurt, they weren't winning games. That defense has just been awful this year. And it makes you wonder, is this the beginning of the end for John Harbaugh in Baltimore? And it's the beginning of the end for Derrick Henry, because he's honestly not been doing great this season either. I think it tends to be, I think John Harbaugh's safe. I think he's safe through this season. Now if they come back next year and have another bad season like this, then I think he could be on the hot seat, but I think he's safe this season. And they're without Lamar again this week, so I'm taking Chicago in this one. If they had Lamar, I'd probably pick Baltimore, but without Lamar, I don't think they can do it. Not the way their defense has been playing. So yeah, they've been looking really good. And Caleb Williams is hitting his stride, and they've seemed to be turning the corner. Ben Johnson has seemed to be the right pick for them as coach. So yeah, I'll take Chicago to win that one. Now we come down to Carolina, my Carolina Panthers versus the Buffalo Bills, and it's awesome to see the Panthers have a winning record for the first time in 4 seasons. I think the last time we had a winning record was in 2021. So it's been a little bit, but I love seeing that. It's been a fun few weeks of them just playing competitive, winning football. most of the wins have not been pretty, but, they're getting the job done, and I'll take it. However, Bryce Young is out this week. He won't be playing. Andy Dalton's getting the start, which I hate. I wish we moved on from Andy Dalton last year and brought someone else in as backup, someone who can potentially be the future if it doesn't work out with Bryce Young. I understand why they didn't, I think this is Bryce Young's prove it year. This is the year that we find out, is Bryce Young our future, or do we need to move on? And so if you brought in a younger guy, like if we had drafted Shedeur Sanders last year, then Bryce Young has one bad game, and it'd be, oh, you're going to start Shedeur, and it would just all be about Shedeur, and I don't think Bryce Young needs that distraction right now. I think we need to figure out if he's the legit guy going forward or not. So, bringing Andy Dalton back gives Bryce Young consistency, gives him that sort of like second coach, mentor type person. And so I understand it, but now with Bryce Young being hurt and Andy Dalton coming in when we're actually in a position, I think we're second right now behind Tampa Bay. So we're in playoff contention. So we're actually playing meaningful games right now. The season's not lost already. But I think with this week, even if Bryce Young was starting, I would still take Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo. They've lost the last two, and they're coming off a bye, so I think this is going to be a get-right game for Buffalo. I think they'll beat us, but I do think we'd have a better shot against them with Bryce Young starting. We'll see now if our defense plays the way they've played the last couple of weeks, and we can get our run game going. I think it'll be closer. It could be a close game, but yeah, I think Buffalo's gonna handle this one pretty easily. Moving on, the Jets versus Bengals. Man, just another injury-plagued season for the Bengals. I hate it. I'd love to see the Bengals play a full healthy season with Joe Burrow there. I guess last year was a healthy season for him. But yeah, it's just tough. Now with Joe Flacco there, they got an exciting win last week against the Steelers. And they're going up against the 0-7 Jets, who, it's just Jets football at this point. It's just Jets football. 0-7, Justin Fields not looking great, getting thrown under the bus by the owner of the team. Golly. Just not a great season for the Jets. I think they'll win a game at some point. And I do think it could be this week. I'll take the Jets to win their first game against the Bengals. I'm not confident about this pick, but it also depends if Garrett Wilson's coming back. I don't know if he's coming back this week or not. He was out last week, which helped us beat the Jets, but we'll see. I'm not confident about this pick. I could easily see the Bengals winning, but I don't know. Justin Fields, who originally wasn't even supposed to start, Tyrod Taylor was supposed to get the start, but he's hurt. That's fun. Who knows? We'll see, but I'll take the Jets. Moving on, San Fran versus Houston. I'll take San Fran. Another team who's just been injury plagued this year. Thankfully, that injury bug has not hit McCaffrey yet, and I hope that continues because he has been the most consistent thing about my fantasy football team, or one of my fantasy football teams. And I need him to stay healthy and keep doing what he's doing because without him, my my season's over. So yeah, but they've been finding ways to win. Their defense has been good. And yeah, they've been finding ways to win. Houston, I haven't gotten to watch much of Houston this year, but it seems like C.J. Stroud has not been great as of late, and their offense, I feel like, has some injury issues, so I'll take San Fran to win that one. Yeah, and then, like I said earlier, with Robert Saleh being back with San Fran, that just seems to be a good fit, and he seems to be happier there than New York, which it makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, so I'll take San Fran. Moving on to New England versus Cleveland. I'm gonna take New England. Drake May has been having a great season. He's that guy. He's been great. You know, I think, yeah, he's awesome. Mike Vrabel. I don't know what Tennessee was thinking letting him go, but he's found his place with New England, and I think they're going to be a problem moving forward, which is unfortunate. I thought the New England dynasty was over. And I don't think there'll be a dynasty anytime like soon. I think Kansas City still has that locked up. But they have their guy for the future with Drake May, and Mike Vrabel is seems to be that coach. So they got their coach and quarterback, and that's the most important thing you need to put together a team. So Cleveland, on the other hand, I don't think they have their quarterback or their coach. We'll see what Shador does when he eventually gets his shot, which I do think will happen at some point this year. But I think that team just they need a lot more. I mean, their defense is good, but their offense needs a lot of work, and I don't think Kevin Stefanski is the guy. I haven't thought he's been the guy for some time. I'm honestly surprised he still has a job, but it is what it is. So, moving on, Philadelphia versus New York Giants. I feel like they just played a couple weeks ago, so I'm surprised they're already playing again. But the Giants got the best of the Eagles in that matchup, the first go round. And that was, I think, Jackson Dart's first or second. But that was sort of the awakening of Jackson Dart and Cam Skattebo, and that was fun. They're a fun duo. I just wish Malik Neighbors wasn't hurt and he could be a part of it, because that triple would be pretty fun to watch. So, I hope it's not a fluke with Jackson Dart and Cam Skattebo. I hope they're legit. And next year, just having Malik Neighbors back and the defense they have, I think they could be a good team next year. Yeah, but I'm gonna take Philly this week. Philly have been a weird team this year. I don't feel like they're a 6-2 team. Well, right now they're 5-2, but if they win this week, they'd be 6-2. That's how math works, apparently. But yeah, I don't think they've been winning games, but they haven't looked dominant. They've just been doing just enough to win, which I suppose was similar to last year. And that's all you need. You just need to find ways to win, and they do that. So, yeah, I don't think they'll lose twice to the Giants. So I'll give them this one. Moving on, Tampa Bay and New Orleans. I'll take Tampa Bay. I'll take Tampa Bay to win. I mean, it's in division, so they always play. I mean, it could be a close game, but Tampa Bay's just awesome. Now, losing Mike Evans for pretty much the whole season is tough. That's tough for them. stud. If he can stay healthy, he's going to go off in fantasy. Now with Mike Evans out, I think Chris Godwin's still out. I don't know if Bucky Irving's back yet. I don't think he is. I think he's still out, so Emeka Egbuka is going to be that dude for them. And yeah, I think they'll get it done against New Orleans. Now Dallas versus Denver. Dallas, they have an awesome offense, even with CeeDee Lamb out. I mean, he was back last week, but they were still able to hold down without him for the most part. But having him back just puts them over the top. So I think their offense is awesome. It's just their defense is struggle bus right now. And then Denver has an awesome defense, and their offense is good when they put it together and when they can, I don't know, they seem to have ups and downs. They played great for one quarter last week. Now the 3 quarters before that, they were awful. So I think it just depends on that offense. I do think with Denver's defense and the ability the offense has, I think they'll put it together and beat Dallas this week. Yeah, so I'll take Denver. Tennessee versus Indianapolis. Indianapolis, man, they've been the biggest, I think, how good they are, and then how bad the Ravens have been. I think those have been the 2 biggest surprises this year. And I keep waiting for the Colts to sort of fall off, but they just don't. They keep chugging along and winning. Daniel Jones has been doing what he needs to do, and then Jonathan Taylor's been a complete stud. That guy has been amazing. So I'll take the Colts here. Tennessee, I didn't have high expectations for them this year. I don't think a lot of people did. They already fired their coach. They need a lot of help. There was a reason they had the number 1 pick last year. They could very well have the number 1 pick again this year. Yeah, I think, Cam Ward, it's definitely too early to tell what he's going to be, but I don't think there are a lot of expectations around Tennessee, at least not from outside perspective. So yeah, moving on, Green Bay versus Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers going up against his former team. I feel like Green Bay had a lot of hype around them this year, especially after they made the Micah Parsons trade. I haven't gotten to watch too much. Honestly, really haven't watched a lot of football this year. I got NFL Sunday Ticket. But I've mainly just been watching. I've watched every Panthers game. And then I catch other games here and there, like bits and pieces of them. But I haven't been watching. Like last year I did a lot of NFL Red Zone, so I feel like I saw a lot of games, like a lot of parts of games, I guess. But this year it's really just been focusing on the Panthers and then watching a few Sunday night football games or Thursday night football games here and there. But so the one game I watched at Green Bay was against Dallas, and that was an amazing game. I wish it didn't end in a tie, but a really fun game. I haven't gotten to watch Pittsburgh this year. I'll probably try to watch this one because I would like to see Pittsburgh and see how they do. But I know Green Bay is getting Christian Watson back this week. I'll take Pittsburgh in this one. Yeah, we'll take Pittsburgh. Not super confident about it, but sort of a shot in the dark with this pick. And then moving on, Washington and Kansas City. If Jaden Daniels was playing, it might be a more difficult decision, but I'm taking Kansas City here. Marcus Mariota, I don't have a lot of confidence in him. And Kansas City has been putting it together the past few weeks, unfortunately. At the beginning of the season they were struggling, and I was really hoping that was going to continue. But doesn't seem to be. They just have found their groove, and they've been playing dominant football. And Washington, without Jaden Daniels, have been struggling. And I hope Jaden Daniels can get healthy and come back and play a full rest of the season. But unfortunately, he's been struggling with health. So yeah, there you have it. Those are the teams we're taking for this week. Those are our picks. Cardinals, Lions, Jaguars, Rams, Raiders, and Seahawks are on bye. So I'll probably come back. I might make a video tomorrow with some reaction, or a reaction or recap video tomorrow, or and then do another one with a reaction and recap for Monday Night Football later. I don't know, we'll see, but that'll be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a comment down below with your Sunday predictions, and like this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and we will see you guys next time on